know there's photographers out there that just don't get the Pentax system. They don't understand it. I mean, if you're used to Nikon or Canon, where you have a choice of 500 different lenses, most of which you'll never own, you know, they look at the Pentax and they go, why is anybody using that? Well, here's an example, okay? This is why the K5 system rocks, all right? One of the reasons. Okay, this is my K5 configured for Super Pro mode, okay? And you know what? This is kind of how most Nikon and Canon guys run. They run the 17 to 55 on a crop camera, like the D7 or the D300, or they run the 24 to 70s on a D700 or 5D Mark II. Pardon me. And both of those combinations are going to be way bigger than this. But you know what? When I put my Pentax 16 to 50 with the grip on my K5, it kind of feels like a 5D Mark III, 5D Mark II, or a D700, or a D300 or D7 with the big lens. That's a lot of camera. I mean, you know, if you're trying to impress people at a wedding, this will do it. This is, even though this is small and compact and solid, it's still gigantic and heavy. Okay. All right. So we can emulate Canon and Nikon, but here's something that Canon and Nikon can't do. Okay. Watch this transformation. So we lose our pro lens. We take off our grip. Sure we do. We take off our grip. Boy, I got that on there tight. There we go. Okay, so we lose our lens. We take off our grip. Now things are getting interesting. So now we got a camera smaller than a Canon T2i, T3i, or as small, or smaller than Nikon's really amateur models, but it's a pro model. And we take a super sharp, super color saturated prime. Look at that. And that's even got the lens hood on it. Okay. If you wanted to go super small, though I wouldn't advise it, always use your lens hood, you can pop off your lens hood, right? So, look at that. Okay, that's what we're on about with this. All right. Now we have a pro level camera that's that small. Okay, guess what? The dream of every photographer, at least I think it is, of every photographer who knows, is to have a small 3-lens kit. Look at that. Now there's something Nikon and Canon are going to have a lot of trouble doing. Okay, is coming up with a small camera with a small 3-lens kit of absolutely outstanding quality. What are we talking about? We're talking about the Pentax 15mm f4 Limited. We're talking about the Pentax 43mm Limited. We're talking about the Pentax 77mm Limited. What an awesome 3-lens kit. Okay, want to make it a 4-lens kit? Throw in the totally marvelous Pentax 21. Look at how small that is. Okay? Now that's what we're talking about. That's something Nikon and Canon are going to have a hard time doing. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a pro-level, weather-sealed, tiny, fast, intuitive, solid camera body with absolutely world-class quality, small, tiny, prime lenses. Okay, and a selection of them. That's something. That's a Pentax advantage. That's a major Pentax advantage. Okay, and there's different. Pentax has so many limited prime lenses, and they're so addictive. And they're it's amazing. They're so addictive, you end up buying all of them. I mean, it's kind of silly. I mean, if you can afford them, but they're so wonderful. So there's different kits you can run, right? I don't even have all of them, but you 15. You've got the 21, that's awesome. You don't like the 43, throw in the 35 macro. Okay, it's starting to get silly. I mean, I have to choose which, you know, if the 3-lens kit is where I'm at. So 15, 43, maybe 15, 35 would be a better choice. Okay, but anyway, 15, 43, 77. Let's go with that one. Look at how small that is. Now, this is a Leica size bag here, okay? Look at this. This is a Low Pro Nova 160AW. This is Leica size. I mean, you know, Leica M3s M6s would fit in here. All right, 3 lens kit. Bang, bang. You've got room in the bag. That bag is not even close to being full. You could go with a smaller bag. Look at that. That's tiny. I mean, so that's what we're talking about. And the other thing is these lenses are so sharp and so contrasty, and the image quality is so spectacular. You know, you're literally talking about very close to Leica image quality, probably the same as, okay? In a small, lightweight, solid, professional 3 lens kit. Not breaking the bank. Okay, 500, 700 or 800, 400. We're talking hundreds of dollars, not thousands of dollars. Okay, that's what people are on about with the K5 and Pentax, and that's what Pentax is doing here, and that's where Pentax is doing something different. So, limited lenses with a K5 is definitely something special. Not that the wonderful 16 to 50 isn't a great, if you get a good copy, isn't spectacular. It's just that it changes your spontaneous photographic capabilities. I mean, there's something small and lightweight. You want to. This is discreet. Okay, this is not discreet. This is I'm taking pictures and I'm loud and I'm here. And this is like, I'm not really taking pictures. I'm just kind of hanging out and blending in. And it's a philosophy. And Pentax allows you to do that in a really cool way. It's very satisfying. It's a very satisfying system. So, and the thing is, Pentax can go the other way. You can get your big lenses in Pentax, but the other camera systems are having trouble getting smaller. You take a D700 and you put a Nikon 50-1.4 on it, there's nothing discreet about that. That's gigantic. Okay, 5D Mark II is gigantic without a lens on it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, is there anything? No, do those cameras take great pictures? Absolutely they do. Okay, fantastic photographs. But it's a question of the experience of the photography. And this is a wonderful experience. And if you haven't tried it, then you don't know what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm on about. That's why I'm loving the K5. It's these limited lenses that are designed specifically for the camera. That's what makes this a special system. So, okay, hey, that's Ed with Photo Universe. Little K5 limited lens talk. All right, hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bye.